Nothing like a warm summer afternoon at Petco Park in San Diego. Today, the second of two here to start the week between the Texas Rangers and the San Diego Padres. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Luis Perdomo will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Bases are empty, one man out. Is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Nomar Mazara has in store. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Professor Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday, and somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. With a moment here in downtown San Diego, we'll look at the Padres starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
And up next will be Brett Nicholas. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On a line, that's a base hit.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third?
Digging in to try it again, Professor Slugger. He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
The 2-0. 3-0 now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. The 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Here's Echeverria now.
Number 11, shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
set to deliver on 3-0. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Hosmer.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air out to right. Mazzara is there, and he'll bring this one in. The relay, and the relay throw is right by him at third base. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Rangers' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. Ready for another chance? Michael Conforto. He singled his last time up.
Michael Conforto.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Adrian Dorta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Liner towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Striding in once again, Joel Copen. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get some. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind in the 8th or 9th inning.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
The windup and the 0-1. Hot shot down the line, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. Pechtel patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Ready once again, Jesus Aguilar. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Jesus Aguilar.
On the ground to second. Did he get his double play? One there. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball from downtown San Diego right after this. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Professor Slugger. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they're on top 2-0.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
A 2-0 finish today. The San Diego Padres took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jose Torres wins out of the bullpen his 9th victory of the year. Brad Hand closes the door for the save, his 24th on the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com. Summer sun is nearly set, and now it's time for baseball at Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. 2 postseason hopefuls in the National League go head-to-head in a potential wild card preview. Next. Robbie Ray, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. 2 hits in 7 tries. The pitch. Breaking balls bounced out towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Into the box now, Professor Slugger. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Professor Slugger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Outside, 3-0 now. Adeiny Echeverria waits on deck. Hey. 3-1. The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Here's Echeverria now. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's set, and the payoff pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Phillips is there for it, and that's the first out of the inning. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Set to go now, Eric Hosmer, arguably one of the hotter hitters in the league right now.
First baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher, you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
And it'll be the cleanup spot for the Padres. Michael Conforto. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 2-0 on the way. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. The 1-2 pitch. Hard on the ground to second. Slugger has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Digging in now for San Diego, Professor Slugger. He drew a walk his first time up.
Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to center field. And the Friars are into the hit column. The throw into second. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Ambush tactics right there, but he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Adeiny Echeverria, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Adeiny Echeverria.
The 0-1 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Eric Hosmer.
And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 0-0. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Yelich aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit back up the middle. Underhanded flip. Echeverria for 1. Over to Hosmer, and it's a double play.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground out to short. Arcia fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Digging in once again, Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Slugger.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Skied into straightaway right. Heading after it is Phillips. And that ends the inning. Padres leave one. They lead it 1-0. Digging in and looking for more, Orlando Arcia. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Ready with the 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. The throw to second for 1. Not in time.
He's proven to be an awfully reliable reliever this season. He wraps this one up and collects his 20th save of the year so far.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. Milwaukee get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Jacob Barnes gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Robbie Ray takes the loss despite working 7 strong innings. Josh Hader records the save, his 20th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The weekend is on deck, and so is nighttime baseball from Petco Park in San Diego's Gaslamp District. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. 2 postseason hopefuls in the National League go head-to-head in a potential wild card preview. Next. Tyson Ross, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
And a ball, 1-0. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
Santana is there, 1 away. With a moment here in downtown San Diego, a look at the Padres starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. He's been a catalyst for this team in the last 10 games and in so many different ways. But looking at the one number I'm looking at, a .450 on-base percentage, when you have that and you have the type of abilities that he has, you're awfully dangerous.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Professor Slugger, runner in scoring position with Sugan. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. Kane rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score, and the deficit is down to only 1 now.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Row, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bad hit started.
Shortstop, Danny Echeverria.
Pops this one up. Goldschmidt is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Professor Slugger, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 6th inning, 4-1 is our score. Hard liner to center field. Kane is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Ready for another shot now. Stephen Vogt, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Stephen Vogt.
The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Way to get the throw to first. What a play. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Leading off the inning, Professor Slugger, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
He's set, and the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. One and one to San Diego's leadoff batter. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Now the 2-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Yelich is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, these guys don't care where they play. They've now taken the first 2 of a 4-game road set, and they're guaranteed at least a split. Now we'll see if they can take the series tomorrow.
4-2 the final score tonight. Milwaukee led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Chase Anderson earns win number 7 on the season. Tyson Ross takes his 17th loss of the year. Josh Hader hammers down the save, his 21st of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to Petco Park in San Diego. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. 2 postseason hopefuls in the National League go head-to-head in a potential wild card preview. Next. Carter Capps gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. pitched less than 5 innings in his last one, was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
In is Christian Yelich. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Christian Yelich.
Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Slugger takes. Throw gets him. 2 down. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Dero, how do they lock up? Settling in now, Professor Slugger. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Professor Slugger.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Liner in there for a base hit.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Digging in now, Adeiny Echeverria.
Batting second, the shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
This is on the ground over to first. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
So striding in, Eric Hosmer, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. There's ball 4.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
So stepping in, Michael Conforto, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Line drive to left. Yelich is there. Let's see if they try it. And they will not try anything here, so the bases remain loaded with 1 away. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in. And if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Coming to the plate now, Adrian Dorta, and he'll be tasked with bringing home the potential tying and go-ahead runs, both of which are standing in scoring position. 2-2, here it is. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Kane is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And the run will come in to score from third as that'll knock things up at 1 apiece.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Into the box, Professor Slugger. He reached on a single in his first try.
Slugger.
From the stretch. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Dan, Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I think if you would have asked the manager of this team, first 5 games of this road trip, you're going to go 4-1, he would have signed that in blood. So let the guys continue to play the way they've been playing. Everything is going nice right now.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Kane on the move. But it's over his head and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, I do wonder if that ball stays in the ballpark, do they send him home there? It's really hard to say with the ball bouncing over the wall for a double. That might have cost them a run there.
So digging in now, Adeiny Echeverria. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. A pause and the 0-2. Softly hit toward the hole. VR ranges to his left. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Really good job of putting the ball in play right there. Even though it wasn't a base hit, it does bring the go-ahead run for his team.
Digging in to try it again, Eric Hosmer reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Slugger at third with 2 away. Hopped up. Goldschmidt on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Another beautiful day here in San Diego as we get a look at La Jolla Cove, and we're all set to begin the top of the third. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go Professor Slugger. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. And VR will look this one in to retire the side. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We played 4 full. The Padres lead it 2-1. Ready for another chance? Orlando Arcia so far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Orlando Arcia.
And on the ground out to second. Slugger. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Padres' Road to the Show report. 2 players that this organization has to be happy about right now. Striding in once again, Stephen Vogt. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Stephen Vogt.
Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground at first. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's the catcher, Jet Bandy, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Goldschmidt, the runner at third. Broxton at second. Arcia at first. 2 out in the inning. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of it? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So a run on no hits, and they wind up leaving the bases loaded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Milwaukee leads it 3-2. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. He's set. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Yelich is after it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
That was a nice job to track that one down in the alley because it definitely saved the run from scoring. Instead, he's only able to move up to third. Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Milwaukee Brewers came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Jacob Barnes earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Tuesday night baseball from Denver, Colorado and Coors Field. Tonight, the 2nd of 3 to start the week between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. It's Rockies baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Kyle Freeland gets the start for Colorado in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Blackmon on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles.
Leading off the inning, Professor Slugger, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. The 1-0. Line to the right side. And the Friars are into the hit column.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adeiny Echeverria. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Slugger stands at first with one out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Dahl is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Ready for another chance? Michael Conforto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Comes set with the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Adrian Dorta, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Padres leave a pair. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in and looking for more, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up.
Slugger.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Waiting on it is Dahl, and the inning is over. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, all tied at 1-1. The San Diego batting order turns over, and set to go Professor Slugger. And then he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Now here it comes. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
Popped him up. Walters is there. 1 out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights, or it's going to be a tough game.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Got him swinging in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Rockies 2. Here's Ryan McMahon now. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Beautiful diving stop. He gathers the throw. He is out. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Welcome back to the 9th inning from Coors Field in Denver as we get a nice shot of the city here tonight.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal. And
it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Rockies came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Adam Ottavino gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Wade Davis hammers down the save, his 37th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Padres, 3 runs on 9 hits.
Now from a rainy Coors Field in Denver, MLB Network is on the air. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. John Gray starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
So striding in, Professor Slugger. He will lead this one off today.
For San Diego, second baseman, Professor Slugger.
First delivery to him on the way. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. These Rockies guys, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, both the first 2 games of this series have been nail-biters, but they've been able to find a way to win. And if you're going to the postseason, you need to be good in one-run games.
No doubt about it, D-Roll. They always say, hey, it's easy to win those blowout games, games that get out of hand. But there have been 2 nail-biters so far in this one. They've won both, and they'd like nothing more to continue their winning ways and win this one here today.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Lots of sunshine in the forecast. 83 degrees here at first pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Adeiny Echeverria waits on deck. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. This is popped up. Desmond over to his left. He's got it 1 away. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, Matty, the key to hitting the Coors Field is the fact that there's so much outfield ground for those guys to have to cover. There's a lot of base hits. Don't fall in love with the fact that you're going to drive the ball out of the park. That's
striding in once again, Professor Slugger. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
The windup and the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Gonzalez has a read on it. And that retires the side. Padres down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready for another shot now. Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail it here 3-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. And Gonzalez will put this one away for round number 2.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Colorado hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. John Gray earns his team-leading 11th win. Tyson Ross is charged with another loss, his 18th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
2 hours and